Hello again, everyone. So I promised no part 4, so I'm not going to call this part 4. I'm going to call this an update to purchase orders. There are some things that kind of became obvious as I was doing the other videos that needed to be tweaked. One of those being, how do you tell when you look at your order if it's been ordered through a drop ship and you don't need to create shipments, if it's been ordered or put on a PO but not ordered yet, because everything was just being flipped to ordered and it wasn't giving you enough information on what you needed to do. So I've updated the system. I think this is going to be much better, and I just want to give you a brief overview of what it looked like now. The other videos are still very relative. All the information in there is good. Just need to do a quick update on how this works now as far as your automatic purchase order statuses. So I've reset all of the orders back to where they were initially, just some test orders. Okay. So if you come in here and if you remember rightly on the other videos, this particular order is being shipped to California as a test. Xander's won't drop ship ammo to California, and I want to show you what that looks like if you try to do that. It'll just immediately fail. It'll tell you the product SKU cannot be drop shipped due to manufacturer or supplier guidelines. All right, so it will not let you do it, which is a good thing, right? Even if my system let you do it, Xander's would probably say no, can't do that. So we won't even try to send it. Won't even send it to him. This makes the check before it even tries to send it. So I wanted to show you what the statuses look like. Just real quick, we'll drop ship this item. It's non-FFL. It'll take a few seconds to communicate with Xander's test server. All right, and now it's called ordered DS. That means it's been ordered drop ship. So now you can glance at your order screen and you know I never have to worry about boxing this up because it's been drop shipped and it's ordered and it's on the purchase order right here. Well, let's do this one. The purchase order status is also ordered drop ship. All right, there's 3 new statuses for purchase order: ordered drop ship, ordered to store, and ordered from a PO, and that's a manual PO. All right, so if you come back to the order and you want to order this, since you can't drop ship it, you want to order it to your store. All right. Okay. That worked. Now this is ordered TS to store. You know this is ordered. You don't need to create a purchase order for it. There's already one created. It is paid for, or it will be, so you don't need to place the order, and it's coming to your store. Okay. Now, if you want to do just a normal PO, whoops, my mouse jumped on me. You can do that, and now the status is PO. That just means it was put on the purchase order. You can't change these statuses. These are all automatic. But this will give you an idea of what's going on. This was ordered and it's being drop shipped. This one's ordered and it's coming to your store. This one was not ordered. It was put on a PO. All right, and it's this PO right here. Now, here are the 3 POs, and notice that the manual PO that we did doesn't say ordered. Now it says new. So you know that, hey, this purchase order needs to be ordered. So you come in here and you click edit, and you fax or call or email your rep at the supplier. You get it ordered. If they give you an order number, you can put it in here, and then switch the status to ordered PO, ordered from the purchase order. Not ordered DS because you didn't drop ship it, not ordered TS because you didn't do a direct order, ordered PO. Okay, and then you hit save, and now its status is reflected. If you go back to the order, its status is reflected. This won't change. Remember, you can't change that. But you can look up here and say, oh, that's on a PO. You can look down here and say, oh, okay, it's been ordered. Now, I know on the other video I said that you can't delete these purchase orders because they were automatically generated. That's not altogether true. The reason you can't delete them is because their status is not new. I know you can't read that, but it says this PO is not new and therefore cannot be deleted. If you find that you really do want to delete a purchase order that whose status isn't new, what you have to do is you have to go into the purchase order. You have to flip the status to new and hit save. Okay. And now you can delete it. You can delete it here. You can come over here and delete it here, or you can delete it from the order screen. It doesn't really matter. All of them will give you the option for resetting the order's item statuses back to new. And what does that mean? Well, this status up here. Right now, this one is for this, and its status is PO, meaning it was put on a purchase order. If you delete this purchase order and you don't reset the status to new, this will still say PO, and you might come back and look at this and see it's on a PO and think that you don't need to order it or whatever. So almost always you would want to set the status back to new. Okay, so we can do this and we can say reset and delete it. This purchase order should go away and this should come up with saying new. All right, there. Okay. So now we know, well, the purchase order is deleted. We don't really know any of the reasons why unless you go up here and put something in the notes to, show that that's what happened or that's what, you did. And you can do that to any of them. I mean, if you wanted to delete this purchase order, you can go in here and you got to switch it to new. This is really just a safety feature so you don't accidentally delete. So you really have to know that you want to delete this purchase order because you have to go in here and set the status to new in order to do it. All right, so now you can delete it from here. Instead of a checkbox, you just get a button. Delete it but leave the items marked as is. Delete but change the items back to new. So just to show you what this does, we'll say leave as is. Okay, and then you go back to the order. It still says ordered, right? Well, yeah, this one. See, need to order. It goes back to the need to order list because we deleted the purchase order, but we didn't flip the status. You're almost always going to want to flip the status, but if there's a situation or a reason why you don't want to, I give you the ability to do that. But you're almost always going to want to flip the status if you're deleting a purchase order because chances are it's just something came up or you need, for whatever reason, you're deleting the purchase order. If you haven't already ordered the products and they're not on their way, you're probably going to want to flip that status back to new. Okay. Now, a note on these purchase orders that were automatically generated. I mean, this was sent to the supplier. You can't add any more products to it, right? I mean, because it's already been sent. If you come up here and change this to new and hit save, excuse me, you can start adding new products to it. But you really aren't going to want to do that because this purchase order was placed and ordered, and if you do that, you're going to screw your records up. I mean, the ability to do that is there. There probably shouldn't be the ability to do that, but it's real tricky to lock these things down with all the different rules that, I won't call it rules, but criteria that has to be checked. So, I mean, I want to give you the flexibility to do what you need to do with these purchase orders, but just know that certain actions have certain ramifications, certain consequences, and you may not want to do certain things. If it's ordered to store or DS drop ship, that means the purchase order was already sent to the supplier. Changing it now won't do any good. If you need to order more stuff from them, create a new one and order it from that. That way your records match what you would expect at the distributor. All right. So I think that covers the stuff that has changed from the other videos. And I hope that clears up some confusion. I hope to do some more videos in the coming days. My son has a birthday coming up. I'll probably not be available most of this weekend. It's now March 1st, 2018. So I don't know if I'll get any videos done before the weekend or not. I don't know what the next videos will be about. But judging from some of the questions and requests, it may have to do with the A&D book and the 4473. I think I'm going to set up a forums for everyone to join. That way we can start having community discussions. A lot of the questions that I've been getting are duplicates from everybody, and I think that if there was a place for discussion amongst ourselves, we could help each other, and everyone can get the answers they need more quickly, especially if I'm not around or I'm unavailable or I'm knee deep into getting a particular project done or a supplier integrated or whatever. I may not always have time to break my train of thought and answer a bunch of questions, and I have no problem doing it. It's just I feel like when I do that, or if I don't answer your questions, I'm doing a huge disservice to you. So if a lot of the answers were just out there in the ether, so to speak, that maybe it'd be beneficial to you guys. So I think I'm gonna set up a forums. I'm going to avoid Facebook and social media like the plague. I don't need that drama, and I don't need Facebook crawling into my life like they want to do. So I'm going to try to avoid that. This will be a closed forum. I'll need to approve your request. So if you do request, I'm going to try to find a way for you to have to put your store's domain or some piece of information that only the actual account owner would know, so that I can verify you are who you say you are. I'm not real sure what I'm going to do there yet, but I'm basically just thinking out loud at this point. But hope you have a good day. It's a dreary day today here in Indiana, but that means spring's coming, so that's always a good thing. So again, if you have any questions, let me know. I'll try to get those forums up, and I'll let everybody know when they're ready. All right. Thank you.